Your boy's getting fit for a driver today. I'm very pumped about this. You're like, hey Luke, I just watched the GTS driver video. You're wearing the same stuff. I am, because we're recording it right after. So is Kev behind the camera. What's up, Kev?
How we doing, man? I just did laundry, so you know it's a new day. We're wearing the same outfit though.
But no, we obviously, again, we're coming right off of the GTS driver review video, and I've been waiting for these to come in to do my driver fitting. There's no better time than right now. I'm feeling warm. I'm feeling froggy. It's time to jump. Different than our review videos. If you watch maybe our iron fitting video, this is going to be, I'm going to be giving a lot of onus to Kev on this video of, again, running me through a fitting, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I have my gamer right off the bat. We're going to start. I game a GT2 9 degree in the D1 setting, so I have it just a little bit lower. The spin on my GT2 is creeping up as of late, so I took it down just 0.75 just to get 8.25 on it, just to, again, bring it down a little bit. We're going to run the gauntlet today. Kev, you've played a lot of golf with me. You've seen what I do. What are you going to be looking for today for a driver for me?
I know your shot you like to hit. We talk about this in all of our driver videos. We did in the GTS video. You have your window you like to see. If you want to turn it over, I want something that allows you to do it. So as we're going, if you're liking the way something's looking, feeling, we're seeing good data, I'll say hit a couple on-course shots, try to draw it, try to just hit your fairway finder, hit your little low bleeder cut or something high cut, whatever you want to do that you might just simulate on the golf course. That for me is a big thing, because if you can't hit your window, you're not playing golf with a driver. If you set something up and it looks good on the ground, and you take your swing and you're trying to hit that tight cut fairway finder swing that you just need to trust if you're ever in a tournament or you're playing in our MOG match play event that we got, big money on the line, and it's just not hitting that window that you like, you're going to struggle, you're going to guess your driver, and you're going to have two-way misses, and that's just not good for the game. So that's one thing I'm going to see or look for in that is, have you messed around with it, hit some shots you like to hit. Obviously, data-wise, we're going to try to gain some speed, get a tighter data set for launch, spin, efficiency, things like that. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, let's hit some with mine. We'll get a baseline, and then we'll go from there. Starting off too, again, Ventus Blue TR6X. I've played a lot of driver shafts for my life. I've never been a boardy guy. I've never been super whippy either. I've like mid shafts, anything that's blue, Tennessee blue, Kylie blue, Ventus blue, blue board. I like blue's my favorite color, and it goes into my shaft selection.
Coincidentally, you're colorblind.
Yeah. But blue is one of the few I get, so that's why I think it's one of my favorite. So we're gonna see. Obviously, Kev might mess with shaft a little bit today too, to see what we're looking at, and then. One note as we get into this, we're not going to take a lot of swings with each one. One note I want to give people in your driver fittings, don't take 7 swings with each driver. I mean, in a normal round of golf, regardless, you're hitting 14 drivers.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. In a driver fitting, you gotta fit any fitting. You gotta be selective with your swings. If I take 10 swings with every driver that we hit today, I'm gonna be gassed by the end of this. And also, if a club isn't working right off the bat, probably not gonna be a good club for you. Obviously, we can make a lot of changes, but we always say, like, if you give me a pool noodle, give me a large bucket of golf balls, I'm gonna start squaring it up at the end of that. We want the thing that works right off the bat. So again, we're gonna set a baseline with mine and go from there. That was just my little PSA for people watching at home. Yeah. It's the quality of your swings, not the quantity in the fitting.
Yeah, I tell everybody that in my fittings. I tell them right off the bat, be as picky as you want to be. You don't have to be, but if you have something very specific that you like in a driver, like we talk about look, sound, feel, you sit something on the ground. If I hand it to you, say I'm fitting you right now, obviously, and I give you the GTS4 and you sit it down, you're like, this just something about the face doesn't sit right. I'm taking it away from you. You might I'd let you hit 1 or 2 if you want to, but it's going to waste some energy. Usually I'm going to pull it. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big thing. So we'll see what happens here, and
yeah,
we'll start with this GTS2.
Yep. GT is my game.
Yeah. Gamer.
Yeah. That's the miss, and that's the one. That's what I want to get rid of today. There's the push, which means this next one will be perfect. Yep. Told you.
Yeah. All right, perfect.
Found it. All right, yeah. That's a good ball right there. Ever so slightly cuts. Money. Right off the bat, we just hit my gamer. What do you want to go to first?
Yeah, looking at data, I see, that left one. In a fitting, we would have a pre-fitting combo about what you see out of your driver now, what you want to see out of a new one. If you have a specific miss, if you have a specific tendency, whatever it is, we'll always set some goals before we even test anything out.
Yeah.
As you're hitting your warm-up shots, I would ask you some questions. I already know what you're going to say. We want to eliminate this dreaded left hook.
Which is, that is on me. That was a bad swing.
Happen.
I threw my right hand at it. Yep. It's going to turn left.
For sure.
But if there's anything we can do throughout that to limit that, that's what we want to see.
Yeah, exactly. So like if your body's still delivering a specific way, that's where adjustability in a driver, like say on that one, if you swing, your club path there was pretty dang square. Face was open, you might have hit it just a little toey. And that's where maybe our GTS 3 forward mass, but into the toe, just to try to slow down the toe, or if you hit it toe, minimize that spin axis tilt. Every little bit that we can try to do to correct that, to keep spin up or minimize curve, that's what we're going to go to. So I do like what you have in the bag. So I'm going to just honestly start with that new one, and I'm going to keep the setting, I'm going to keep it at A1 just to keep the loft up, so that we can try to keep that spin rate up. I want to see if it hopefully doesn't curve left on us, but with the weight forward.
Cool.
Which is what I want to do.
Dude, it just feels like it's like coming off a trampoline. That's the cut. That's the shot.
Those little cues, like what you just said there, those are the things I'm looking for in my fittings. Verbal or obviously audible feedback from the person getting fit, like, oh, that felt amazing. That's the shot, that's the window, that's the curve, whatever it is, that's the height I like. That's the stuff I want to hear, because that just helps us know on my end, you're confident in that. And then I got numbers to back it up. It was fast, it was good ballistics. We like seeing, at least for you, we like seeing spin rate in that 23 to 2600 number range.
Yep.
Not everybody will want that, but being a cutter of the ball, you're going to see spin rates a little bit higher. Guys that draw it are going to keep it down. Anywhere between 2K to 2500 is a really efficient range. So as long as we're hovering at that number, when we look at 2, you just hit, I think your number's like 24, just under 2500.
Yep.
That is close to what we want for you and your driver as possible. And I mean, that's only 2 swings, and it's already doing what we want, so that's a good sign. Okay.
That's the left miss, but like you said, it spun a little bit more. And the speed was there too.
Yeah. I mean, that checks my box right there. So yeah, we saw when you pulled it. Face was relatively square. I think you caught it just a little toey maybe.
Yep.
And our spin rate hovered at 2300. It did not drop down under 2K. So you're still going to have good distance. It's not going to want to hook as easily. I mean, that's awesome, man.
I'm going to hit one more with it. Yeah, Kev.
Nice high cut. That's your downwind moon ball. That thing's going, man.
I love that. I love every second of that. I love every second of that.
Yeah, that's hit well.
What's next, partner?
Yeah, let's try. I want to go to the 3. I do want to try just a slightly different setting than the 3. I'm gonna have a hard time, trying other shafts, because this is a shaft that you have played for a while.
I love this.
I don't really see a need to change it, but I'll throw a different one at you just to make a couple swings with, to see if we can get anything to shift to maybe just a slightly different number. But
yeah, that might be fun to experiment with at the end. But it's like, shaft it's a timing mechanism. We say that time and time again, where it's My numbers are good with it. I like the feel of it. I know how it loads. There is no reason for me to change shaft today.
Yeah.
Like I'll say we might experiment at the end, but as we go through like the 3 head, it's like if this is working, why get rid of it?
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We are in a GT3 9 degree. I got it turned down a little bit, face just a touch open, so we can kind of hit that, you know, patented cut. I did move the CG just one spot into the heel 1 or H1 position, just because you're more often, at least today,
I always
some
miss
low heel.
I always miss heel.
That is traditional. I mean, you've had some toe ones every now and then, but more often than not, it's heely.
Always.
The hands just get a little out in front of you, and that impact shifts towards the heel. So just trying to maintain a little ball speed, minimize some curve on those heel ones. If it's hooking, we'll move the weight, but I got a suspicion that I will like that weight to touch in the heel, especially if that face is de-lofted.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a good window.
It's just I missed it. Yeah.
Do you feel like you hit that a little low on the heel?
Yep.
All right.
I've lived on the heel the last like 2 or so years.
Good swing.
Sick.
I mean, I really liked what the GTS2 is doing, but I'm a big eye test guy, and the eye test on those 3 was tight and really consistent grouping. Like if I'm looking at like a certain circle where those balls are leaving the face at,
they didn't go one. There wasn't a single one left to target, which like I just. If I could never see the left side of a fairway for the rest of my life, I'd be the happiest man on the planet.
Yeah, yeah. So like this is a good view here.
Yep.
I love seeing this. Those 3 shots are on the exact same line through here, and then as they get up to 50, 60 feet in the air, and then they'll start to curve, you'll start to see those lines separate. But that is leaving in the same exact window every time.
And here's a fun test. Like whenever I go after it goes left. So I'm assuming this is gonna go left right off the bat. I just want to test this theory.
Yeah, give me 172 ball speed.
I don't think I can hit this left.
That was the highest towering cut.
I don't think I can hit this left if I tried. I'm just not catching the center. All right, I can't. I'm almost going against my own thing. Let's not go too crazy in this one. Let's save some swings. Dude, like I'm going at those, and they're not going left. That's sick.
Yeah, that was really good. Does that change your thought at all? Because I know you're playing a 2 now.
100% changes it because I couldn't catch the center. In our video right before this, like the 3, like I was almost like, yeah, no, the 2 is definitely going to be it for me. I was catching the center. The adjustments you made, being able to shift CG to the part where I missed the golf club. Again, it's funny. I don't want the ball to go left. Theory says, hey, don't put more weight in the heel because that's going to help turn it over. When really, I catch the ball in the heel. All it's doing is giving me more forgiveness in that spot of the club. It's not going to make me just jam the club over and make it go left. I didn't miss one left with that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's exactly why I wanted to see 2 because I figured it should work. And there's nothing saying it's going to be better or worse than this head model. But started with 2 because I thought it would be a good data set. And then immediately knew that I wanted to go to that head with those exact same settings. As you hit 3 or 4 with yours, I knew exactly what I wanted to hand you because, I mean, knowing how these work in and out from one model to the next, 1 year to the next, the subtleties of that head shape, the placement of those weights, moving them heel toe, allowing us to adjust loft and then changing face angle, and just knowing what ball flight's like and where your tendencies are because we've played a lot together and I've seen you hit balls, but I mean, that makes it easier for me because I know what I should do. But still, if I'm fitting a random customer that comes in and they're doing the same exact thing you did, I would have handed them that exact same driver in that exact same setting because the simple physics of that head design with movement of weight to be behind where you hit it, de-lofting it to open the face so you have that look of that face not sitting shut. When you sit on the ground, you're going to see that face open, pointed kind of to your right. And then obviously we had you hit that fast one there. So to try to see if it would go left, and it didn't. So
perfect.
That's awesome. We have a 4. I don't want to hand it to you.
The 4 is not for me.
It's a good head. Don't get me wrong. I'm gaming it.
I
love it for myself, but I don't think that'd be the one for you. Just because it's going to be, when you want to go at it on those off-centered shots with the more forward CG, it's just going to get a little sideways, and I just don't want you, fighting that unstable feel when you don't hit it on center. This is a really good combination. It's got the forgiveness that you want, and the speed you want, and the cut that you want. So it checks all our boxes, at least on my end. The goals that you might have had in a driver, it kind of fits that, to a T.
What's next?
So, I want to try the Optum.
Yeah.
You hit that Optum really good when we did our video, and you were liking that too. I want to see how those two stack up on the same day.
Yeah.
I want to see what this does compared to what obviously the GT3 was doing there.
And what are the what's the head, the settings, everything?
We are in a Cobra Optum X. This core model for Cobra was money when we did our review for it. I don't have the option to go heel weight, similar to what you were just hitting in a GTS3, but we do have that weight back. It's relatively neutral, but we have that weight out in the toe. I did go just a little down in loft just to try to get that slightly open face. We got the same exact shaft, TR Blue, 6X. It's, I think, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch longer than what your gamer is. Okay, speed was good. However, that window was just a little lower and just a touch more left than what we were just seeing on GTS3. That's a good window.
Good driver. Say one more. It looks, sound, and feel. I'm giving the edge to Titleist just right off the bat. But
the face feel firmer.
Yeah.
Than,
yeah. And we talked about that. I remember when we reviewed it too. Like this is
Cobra's kind of always been like that. That face has always been very responsive. Doesn't feel like it's soft or dead or anything like that. It's always had good feedback.
Yeah. I've already seen 2 go left of my target line.
Yeah. I mean, 66% of the time we're doing what we don't want to do.
Let's get it out of here.
Let's get Quantum in the mix. Triple Diamond's been good.
As Kevin's putting it together, we're doing Quantum, Triple Diamond, 9 degrees. I'm assuming you're going to put the weight into the heel on that head because we do have the ability to do that. And what settings are you throwing on there?
Neutral eye, -1 in the loft.
Cool.
Yep.
I've kind of found that profile. 9 degrees at a minus setting to open the face.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Windows just a little lower left.
Get this out of my hands. Yeah, it's nothing on the driver. I actually hit that well when we were reviewing it. I hit the crap out of that one. So I hit 180 with that head. But just like when we've seen what GTS3 does, where it was online cut, online cut, online cut every single time. If I go left with one and then high right with one right off the bat, it's like I don't want to.
Yeah, hole 1, hole 2, you see that. Hole 3, you're maybe not going to hit that straight one.
I'm walking off the golf course.
Do one or the other, or you're going to hit your 3-wood off the next tee.
I'm hitting 4 irons. I'm tin cupping it. I'm hitting 7 irons for the rest of the day. So what you got there?
Qi40 core model. Heavy weights are in the heel. I was considering putting them in the back, but I just want to see them in the heel on one swing, see what happens in the first one, and then I'll adjust accordingly. Same setting, close in settings, down 3/4 of a degree, about 8 1/4. And then same shaft, Ventus TR Blue 6X. This one is a touch longer. I think it's about 45 1/2.
Definitely cuts.
Yeah.
It's like a pull cut.
We love pull cuts around here.
It's a great driver. It's just everything's just going up. That's again.
Yeah. We're gonna have a hard time beating Titleist. That's really good grouping that we have with it. You're not, slowing down. You're still at, the pitch count's not getting high, so we don't have too many swings. Club head speed's still about 115, 116 on a lot of these. Speed is okay, but we're just seeing that window a little low left. Yeah, in your hands now, Ping G440 LST, 9 degrees. You got a Diamana blue board. Yep. It's a 63X.
Yep.
I believe it's about 45 inches, so it's right at, I think, your gamer length that you're playing now. And then we got it at the standard loft setting, and weight is in the heel. I
have it -1.
Oh, you did go -1?
Yeah, it's what we've been doing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, I knew that.
That was really low.
It's a good wind cheater.
Yeah, it is.
Keeping it down.
That was munched.
That thing jumped up there. Yeah, I want to flatten that a little bit just to see if we can get that. Because you have some that you hit just a little low. Flattening it might help with that low impact, just shift it a touch higher, and then maybe move that line just a touch to the right.
We flattened out. Our camera battery died. Who knows what's on before or after.
Yeah.
Flattened out the 440. If anything, it's going to help me move strike location a little bit more up, and if anything, make it a little bit more cut bias as well.
And that's why my job is mostly educated trial and error.
Yep.
Sometimes it doesn't do what we think it'll do. That still went left. Could be a byproduct of, you know, flattening it. If we flatten it too much, impact goes high. Those high ones just start to hook. At least as long as it's going to high toe.
I know, obviously, Titleist has been the best so far, the GTS3.
Yeah.
And one thing is we matched the settings. Is there anyone you want to go back to and maybe do some different settings? The only one I can potentially think of, I like the feel of it, maybe try it. I want to maybe see Quantum with just a different maybe weight setting or something with that. Yeah. Whatever you would want to do with that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. What was our spin rate out with Quantum though? Obviously we had one that was little right and spinny, but yeah, I want to see that up. So I'm going to keep it at 9.
Yeah.
Instead of going down 1.
Yeah.
It's a good window there.
I like that.
Good speed. Held this line really well.
One thing I was thinking as we were going through, because we liked the weight in the heel, but with how far back the weight is on this head, the more heel side it was, I was like, that could potentially be me turning it over just a little bit more and not reinforcing it the same way GTS was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't hate that either.
High push.
But even, it's like, I just wanted to give this one, again, its fair shake just in terms of dispersion. So I know speed's there with it if I'm hitting it well.
Good swing.
Nothing's quite touched GTS though. This was the only one I really wanted to come back to and give a fair shake. I didn't like the feel of Qi40. And it's funny, all these drivers are really good. When I review them all, I fall in love with every one of them. Yeah. And it's because I'm going through the family, which CG's placed throughout the families are normally pretty similar. So I'm like, I get into a groove with those and I hit them very well. And I'm hitting them next to each other and like the feels are always really good. But like hitting each driver next to each other just shows that like, man, I really like Titleist.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of what we do on a daily basis. I mean, I get guys that come in every day and they're like, yeah, I've always played Callaway. I've always had TaylorMade. I've always had Ping, whatever the brand is. It might not be their entire bag. It might have like a couple different wedges or putter or something, but like their irons and their driver. And the manufacturers do kind of keep things similar from one model to the next. Carbon faces has been a big change, but traditionally speaking, you know, a Ping driver has always kind of felt like a Ping driver. Titleist is the same, Callaway as well. And some guys just have that subjective preference, and that is a big part. I mean, that's a 15th club in the bag, essentially. So that's a mental game, and that's huge. I do want to see you just, we're going to jump back to GTS. I just want to see a quick few at the end here.
I mean, yeah, dude, just literally setting it down. I'm like, yeah, that's the driver I want to pull on every tee box right now. That's as toey, drop kicky as it's going to get.
Dude, that was fast still for the toe.
Yeah.
your cut.
Sick. So it's starting right on my line and it just moves right.
Do a couple shots that you might hit on course on like a very specific hole. It doesn't have to be something that I'm saying, but if there's like a hole you can think of where you have like a a little fairway finder swing that you like to do, where it's like a short par 4 or something. Let me just see a couple of those with you, tweaking the swing to try to hit a certain shot. Yeah.
My bullet cut, I aimed on the left side, push cut. I missed that one, slightly low.
Yeah. But still, I mean, if that's a shot, so yeah, this looks like it went right, but imagine you're on the golf course and this center line where our launch monitor is looking, that was you aiming kind of left side of the fairway, expecting it to fall right off of that.
Yep.
This started on your line and immediately peeled right. So you have the entirety of the fairway to the right of that target line to use.
I'm gonna hit one more of it too, just to kind of see if I can catch one center for the ball speed of it. Yeah, dude.
That was hammered. That thing sounds good too, man.
That was money.
Good swing.
I want to try to draw it, which is funny. I don't try to draw many drivers, but I just want to see what it looks like. God, I love that, dude.
All right.
There's the speed.
Did that? I watched that draw. Did that not draw?
It was. I mean, it was drawing. I think the wind just held it. I kind of got it like moving into the wind. It was weird. Let's see, now we're gonna mash one with that draw swing.
Yeah, great swing there, man. Ooh, good speed.
Yeah. I just want to see some top end with it.
That should be like 290-ish in the air.
And now back to the cut. Such a good miss, dude. It's such a good miss.
Yeah, you caught that little toey, I'm guessing.
I mean, we're 50 driver swings into the day with what we were talking about earlier. And again, it's funny, I said don't take a lot of swings. We did a review before this, which is why I'm up in swings right now.
I would have been gassed like 20 minutes ago, man. Really, really good ballistics on that last one.
Yeah.
Good swing.
We found it, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, going back to like what we said, it checks a lot of boxes, numbers-wise. Numbers aren't always the whole story. It checks a lot of boxes, goal-wise, window-wise, everything that we want to see on driver, that you want to see on driver as well. Fits your eye when you stand over the ball. You just hit 4 shots in a row where you're like, I'm going to hit a cut, I'm going to try to draw it, I'm going to try to hit a low cut, and it did what you tried to do every single time. Yep. So that's confidence in your swing, because it's working with you when you try to swing different. It's not working against you, so that's just going to make it easier to manage the golf course. Now I see you're going to hit a really high one.
Yeah.
Got that thing way up.
We're gonna. This is how I want to wrap it up. This is I'm going 4th in a scramble. The green's like 330.
I went first and hit the fairway.
Yeah, this is
my little spinny cut.
I just want to see if I can get upper 170s with this.
Oh, almost 180, dude.
I'm tired.
I might have flew the net, dude.
In conclusion, we ran through all of our testing. I'm gonna have Kevin kind of go through the numbers on his side right now. Just show, I mean, obviously it's evident it's GTS3.
Yeah.
GTS3 in H1 and H1 weight position, 1 in the heel, just the standard weight that they have in there.
Yep.
And in D1, just taking it a little bit lower in loft to open the face just a tad to take that left miss a little bit out of play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you run me through the gauntlet and tell me why this is my driver.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously started with your gamer, and we saw a couple good ones here that did what you like seeing on your driver, just your stock swing, your little cut. We did see one that went left, so a third of the time we saw it do what we don't want, and we're just trying to get that percentage down as much as possible. So I was trying to see in something new here, getting that number to go higher while maintaining speed if possible to see it higher. That's still pretty efficient though on a pole. It's going to be fast, but maintain speed and then see spin go up, so we hopefully see a little less curvature, trying to get that number to cut in half, 20, 30, 40 feet, even though it's 60, 70, anything more than that's just going to get you in trouble. So starting with the GTS2, that was solid, man. It kind of did what we wanted as well. We had our 20-foot cut. Launch and spin was good. We had our window, but there was still a little deviation in that. So there was some times where it came out a little left on you and sometimes a little right. So that can lead to you fighting that on the course. We went into our GTS,
which
and
was
we had those first, I think it was those first 3 shots, 1, 2, 3, and that starting line was almost the exact same on every single one. You had some that were tight cut, small fade, doing exactly what we wanted. And then we said, let's try to hit some different shots. So we were like, okay, let's try to hit a little draw and let's try to hit a little bit higher one. So you're just seeing a different window on those. But no, those were on ones you said, let's swing fast. You went at them harder and just to see what happens. And traditionally speaking, this would have been good. And you said, let's swing fast. And I expected to see starting line here and then that. And we just eliminated the left, so huge on that, just give you confidence over the ball. So, I mean, we quickly found what we liked, and then from there, I mean, we went into other stuff. Quantum was probably best of the bunch. TaylorMade was okay. You said you didn't really love feel, and they were coming out kind of flat.
Yeah.
Even with your same shaft, your same timing mechanism, same loft, similar settings. We were seeing a low left window, which I know that scares you, so we obviously don't want that. The G440 was pretty good on the first couple. And I think it just kind of came down to more of a feel. You gave me better feedback on Titleist. Look on the head on the ground. I don't think you love the look of the ping drivers personally. You didn't really say it, but I can always just kind of tell.
The turbulators aren't for me. It's not. I mean, that's like
I hit them dead straight. I love their drivers numbers wise, but I'm not a numbers guy.
Yeah.
I like the look of the head, and I've just never loved that. But they're still our best selling drivers, and my best selling driver almost every year. I love ping, but yeah. And then going through that, the numbers were all pretty good. We're in the same ball speed, which you should see same speed. These drivers are all maxed out. You could hit a driver from 8 years ago. You'd probably still put up 168 swinging it today, or similar speed. The big thing kind of came back to those first 3 swings with every driver. I can tell quickly if it's going to work or not. First 3 with every single one of them with the same shaft on everything, except the one on the ping with the blue board on there, but similar bend and weight. That window was just not there. And speed was a little more fluctuation, and that sideways curvature was wider.
Yep.
So.
And then even as we went into the GT3 at the end, where you said, like, let's hit some on-course shots.
Yeah.
Hit the low cuts.
That's my favorite part of the fitting. I want you to just mess around with it and do what you do when you're out playing golf without even worrying about me looking at the numbers. I'm just going to say, go ahead, hit what you want, and I'm just going to watch and maybe clean up some heads and put stuff back on the rack while you're doing that, because I get a smorgasbord of heads here as we're going through the fittings, and I got to clean it up. But that last part, that was my favorite part of that, because it did exactly what you wanted on 3 or 4 swings. And that just allows you to swing the driver how it is, your body moves, and it's going to work the way we want it to. And Titleist did it again. Didn't expect anything different, to be honest with you.
I've played Titleist drivers primarily for the last 5 years, so it's no shock that I'm going into one again. I like the look, I like the sound, I like the feel. It's not rocket science what we're doing here, man.
No.
It's like when obviously there's things we can do when people, like, if you're coming in here with a very old driver, it's a driver that's not right from you, that's where the rocket science comes in. But it's like, I've been fit for my drivers every single year. We knew kind of what we were getting going into it. I'm shocked that it's the 3-head, personally. Yeah. I thought it was going to be the 2-head, especially when we did the review at the beginning.
And the review with the new one, yeah.
But being able to shift the weight on the riser did everything of like, all right, let's reinforce where I miss it. I'm going to get more stability, more ball speeds out of it. But other than that, these ones are so much fun. I love getting on this side of the thing, like on the fitting side of it. I'm usually the one fitting people a lot of times. It's cool to be the one getting fit. Thanks to you, Kevin, for...
Yeah, I'm in my normal spot right back here behind the computer looking at numbers.
Getting me into a driver that's going to have me dialed this year. Other than that, guys, thanks as always for watching. Leave a comment, like, do all that influencer stuff. See you next time.